Joe Biden, Donald Trump. Who will win? Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well. I, like most US citizens tonight, am keeping track of the election results, and we are waiting to see who will win the election. I wanted to talk about some election vocabulary and explain the process of choosing a president in the United States because it is a little bit confusing. So the first thing to understand about the US election is that it is not based on a popular vote. A popular vote takes the total amount of individual votes and chooses a candidate or chooses a president based on those votes. So for example, if Biden received 100 million votes and Trump received 90 million votes, then Biden would win. But that is not how it works in the US. The US uses the Electoral College, and I will explain how that works later because it is quite confusing. But what you need to remember is that each state carries a certain amount of weight. So each state has a certain value for the presidential election. So let's look at this map that they have on the screen. So here is an example of an electoral map. So you can see we have red states and we have blue states. So blue states are Democratic states and then red states are Republican states. And right now it is too early to know who the winner of these states are, but these are projections, meaning this news station is projecting that Trump or Republicans will win North and South Dakota, and they are projecting that Democrats will win Colorado and New York and these other states. So it's not official, but it's pretty obvious. So it's like a prediction. And during an election, we usually have two kinds of states. We have solid red, which are considered safe states, and solid blue, which are also considered safe states. Pretty much always a safe state will vote either Republican or Democratic. We know that North Dakota here, for example, will almost always vote Republican. So it is safe for Republicans. Colorado will almost always vote Democrat. So it is a safe state for Democrats. The other types of states that there are swing states, like Florida. Florida, we never really know who Florida will vote for, Trump or Biden, or Republican or Democrat. So we call Florida a swing state because it swings from Democrat to Republican. You never really know where it will be until after the election. Minnesota, where I live, is typically pretty safe for Democrats. But this year, it seems that Republicans are trying very hard to swing the state the other way. Alright guys, this is my attempt at explaining the Electoral College very briefly. First of all, red is Republican and blue is Democrat. The United States, for this example, is a circle. Please don't laugh at my circle drawing abilities. And we have split this circular United States into 4 states. The numbers you see there are the total populations of each state. So we have 1 state with 25 people, 2 states with 50 people, and 1 state with 100 people. So the largest states get the highest number of electoral votes. So the electoral votes I will put on the outside of the circle. So in this example, a population of 100 people equals 4 electoral votes. A population of 50 people equals 3 electoral votes. And a population of 25 equals 2 electoral votes. So I will explain in this example how one candidate can receive more total votes. So one candidate can win the popular vote, but still lose the election. Now I will put the total votes for each state on the paper. Okay, so now we have the total amount of Democratic votes and the total amount of Republican votes. So you can see here, the Democratic vote beat the Republican vote. So the Democrats would win this state. So let's color this state blue. Okay, so the Democrats win 4 electoral votes. So we'll circle that with blue. Next, let's look at this state. The Republicans win this state with 26 votes compared to 24 Republican votes. So we color this red. So the Republicans win 3 electoral votes from this state. Next, the Republicans win again this state with 26 to 24. So again, they win 3 electoral votes. And finally, the Republicans again win this state with 13 to 12 votes. And if we add up all the electoral votes, we see that the Republicans win with 8 electoral votes versus 4 electoral votes from the Democrat side. Now let's look at the popular vote. So with the popular vote added up, you can see that the Republicans got 66 votes and the Democrats got 159 votes. But the popular vote in the Electoral College doesn't matter. It matters how many states you win and how much value those states have. So that was a very simplified version of the Electoral College, but I hope that gives you an idea of how it works. So while I was explaining the Electoral College, some new information came from another projection about the election. So let's look at what's happening. So again, here is the Electoral Map, and this channel is projecting. They added a new state down here, New Mexico, projecting that it is a Democratic state. So now, if we look here, they say that Biden appears to have secured 94 electoral votes and Trump 72, but of course it is still very early and there is a lot of time left for more votes to come in. I hope you understood more or less how the Electoral College works. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you to understand the US election a little bit more. Thanks. See you later.